All right, let's dive right into action. And this is about half of the horror movies. I'm sure there's plenty more out there, but these are the ones I really want to talk about. So, Game of Thrones, we're having they have a spinoff right now. It's more the prequel than House of Dragons, but they're coming up with a spinoff for Game of Thrones called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, which, who is the actor that they portray? Oh, it looks like it's a century before Game of Thrones, so this is another prequel. Okay. Sir Duncan the Tall and Esquire Egg. Yeah, I don't know if they're in the Game of Thrones, probably not, but looks like we have another prequel. Ballerina. This is that John Wick spinoff that was supposed to go out this year, but it got pushed back to 2025. It's about the female assassins, and it's supposed to have like cameo of John Wick and Ian McShane, the guy that owns the hotel. And then Lance Reddick, he sadly passed away last year, but he must have filmed this before, so it looks like one of his last films will be in Ballerina. I wasn't a fan of the Peacock TV series, Continental. Just the fighting was okay, man, but I'm excited for John Wick 5. This movie I cannot wait for. Cliffhanger 2. Yes. Oh, Sylvester Stallone, he's coming back. They even have a plot. So Gabe, that was played by Sylvester Stallone, is him and his daughter are in the Italian Alps, but a tragedy strikes. Let's do a little comment. Okay, so pretty much he's in Italy, climbing mountains with his daughter, and they come across bad guys. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Is there anything in the trivia? So the first movie came out in 1993, and we all remember the opening scene. I won't spoil it for you that if you haven't seen it, but pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. It's something where you saw it and were like, did that really just happen? Like the opening scene. Okay. One of the opening scenes, I would put down the top 10. It looks like Jason Momoa has talked about this. Maybe he might be the villain. Huh. Jason Momoa would be a good villain for this movie. But yeah, Cliffhanger 2. Okay, Den of Thieves, Pantera, but it's the second movie for Den of Thieves. I absolutely love the first Den of Thieves. Gerard Butler, awesome. It was one of those bank robbing movies where it was just different. It really was different. But the second one comes out, and I'm actually really excited because they teased that in the ending of the first movie. Django and Zorro. Yeah. And this is supposed to be a spinoff. It's going to be set, a couple years after the events of Django Unchained that came out 2012. It doesn't look like this is going to be Quentin Tarantino's directing gig, but Zorro and Django, that's actually a nice like crossover, so to speak. Let's see here. Is there anything in the trivia? But it looks like everyone's coming back for this. So I'm excited for that. Django and Zorro crossover. All right, we got Fast X Part 2, so the 11th movie installment. Like it said before, the last Fast and Furious movie, Fast X, as much as I just like, come on, this is getting ridiculous. After, 5, 6, they were the peak of this franchise. And then 7 it just hung on. It made a lot of money because of Paul Walker. He passed away. I get that. But 8, 9, and 10 has just slowly gone downhill, and they're making this 11th one, and I wish they would make this and just hit pause for like 10 years. Like but again, they made $700 million, so you gotta keep making it. So this year we're getting Furiosa, the Mad Max saga. But it looks like in 2025 we're actually gonna get a proper sequel to the last Mad Max movie, Fury Road. So we're gonna get Tom Hardy back, George Miller as director. The reason why it's been a minute because he was in court battling over the rights for this stuff. That's why he was able to make the Furiosa prequel because he owned the right to Furiosa. That's not the question. The Mad Max, that character, that was the issue. But it looks like he got it because they're going to be coming out with Mad Max. And it's called Mad Max The Wasteland. So I'm excited because the trailer for Furiosa, I'm excited for it. All right. Last year, we had Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and they actually took away the Part 1 because that's how embarrassed they were. Excuse me. But it looks like we're getting part two, 2025, which I'm not surprised because I just saw the other day they actually started casting a few spots. So, and that comes out May 23. But let's look at the numbers. So Dead Reckoning, 566 million, not too bad. But the one that came out in 2018, Fallout, that made almost $800 million. But you also realize in Dead Reckoning, they had to deal with the Barbieheimer, the Barbie and Oppenheimer, because this came out like a week before that. So it didn't have a chance standing up to that. But I mean, this is a franchise out of 7 movies has made $4.1 billion on a $1.1 billion production budget. So it made $3 billion so far. Not too bad. And Tom Cruise said he's going to be making Mission Impossible movies till he's done. Why did I jump all the way over there? Okay. So we all had that Gerard Butler movie, Greenland, that came out a couple years ago, you know, about like you're selected, you have to get to here to survive. It was okay. I didn't think it made much money, but supposedly it made enough money because they're having a sequel called Greenland Migration, which is the aftermath of the events. Everyone's coming back, Gerard Butler, the whole family. So I'm excited. First one was not bad, but I didn't think it was enough to make a sequel, but supposedly we are. All right, this is going to be one of the best action movies. I'm totally excited for it. Looks like we're having a sequel to Heat. Yeah, I mean, the first Heat movie, the casting is one of the best casting of all time. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Jon Voight, Tom Sizemore, Amy Brenneman, Wes Studi, Ted Levine, Willem Fetchner, Natalie Portman, I mean, Kevin Gage, and it still goes on and on. I cannot believe the casting on this, but it's one of the greatest bank robbing movies of all time. I absolutely love it. And Michael Mann, the director, he is coming back. And if you wondering what movies he did, well, he did the first Hannibal movie, Manhunter, that came out in 1986. And then he also directed The Last of the Mohicans. I mean, The Last of the Mohicans, yeah. He did the Ali movie with Will Smith, Collateral in 2004, you know, with Tom Cruise and Jimmy Fox. He directed Miami Vice, Public Enemies, and he just did the 2023 movie Ferrari. But I'm excited. This is something that needs to be done. It's been a long time, and I'm excited for it. All right, let's jump to the next one. It is Highlander. It's a reboot, and having the best actor, in my opinion, to play it, and that's Henry Cavill. And the director is Chad Stahelski. He's the guy that did all the John Wick movies. He's the stuntman for Keanu Reeves in The Matrix, and he's also the guy that replaced Brandon Lee when he died in The Crow to finish out the movie. But yeah, these two, that's the director. Henry Cavill is going to be the lead guy. Him with a sword is just, yeah. Him and Jason Momoa, they're best when it comes to like sword action, fighting scenes. But I've seen the first Highlander, and the ones out there, I haven't really seen it. But I'm definitely excited to see how they do with this, especially with the director. I love his style. Like, he did all the John Wick movies. Speaking of John Wick, we're also going to get part 5. So this guy is going to be very, very busy. It looks like he already did the Highlander stuff, and next he's going to be doing John Wick Chapter 5. But that's going to be a good year for that guy. Holy crap. All right, have you guys seen the movie Knives Out? So we have Knives Out that came out 2019, and then Glass Onion, A Knives Out, came out 2022. That sequel did not go in theaters. That actually went straight to Netflix, if I remember correctly, which was really surprising. But they're making Knives Out 3, so looks like Ron Johnson is back. He did that Star Wars The Last Jedi. But I'm not really into the Knives Out movies, but I heard a lot of good things about it. All right, Need for Speed 2. This is a movie where I've been hearing rumors about, and I hope to God we get Need for Speed 2. I loved the first movie. In my opinion, it's up there with Fast and Furious. It is, and the way they make it. I mean, I would put Need for Speed 2 like maybe the third or fourth best when it comes to Fast and Furious movies. Love Need for Speed. So I'm glad they're bringing it back, because the reason why I love this was just the driving was just, there's no CGI. The stunts are the stunts. You see what you see, and it's all like, okay, I believe that could happen. Because in Fast and Furious, you're doing stuff that are like, are we really in space right now in a car? What the fuck? All right, Reacher season 3. It looks like Reacher season 3 because they already filmed it. It's complete. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually comes out late 2024, but I don't know yet because it's still April. We still got a long time. It might come out 2024, but if not, it's definitely coming out 2025. So they're expecting a release in early 2025. I don't know why. I mean, if it's already done, there's not much pre-production you gotta do. But yeah. All right, if you watch Chris Pratt, The Terminal List on Amazon Prime, loved it. Him as a Navy SEAL going batshit crazy. Huh. So not only we're getting a season 2 to that, we're getting a prequel. It looks like the prequel is getting the most action right now. It's called The Terminal List Dark Wolf. And it takes place a couple of years before the events of season 1. So like all the people that he went after, because I won't say who, but a lot of them were like within the military, the Navy SEALs circle of trust. All those guys will be, back in this as like actual military soldiers. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this. Man, Amazon Prime is perfect when it comes to like Navy SEAL movies. It really is. Last ones I want to talk about for action is the Yellowstone universe. Like, where are we with this universe? Because season 5, part 2, like, where are we? It's like we've heard nothing. It is all around Kevin Costner, all this drama. Man, I love the dude. Kevin Costner is one of the greatest actors and directors of all time. I don't know what's going on, but I hope they get it figured out soon because we need something. Even 1923, where's the second season? Because when that 1883 came out, there was only one season and everyone's pissed because like this is so freaking good, which is I absolutely love 1883. But we only had one season. And so they promised us 2 seasons for 1923 with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. We only got one. And we've heard nothing about part 2. And what's this deal with 666, spinoff, with Jimmy? Nothing. It's like we're gone so dormant with all this Yellowstone news where it's like, I don't know what's going on, dude. It's really frustrating because this is a franchise that was like the amazing franchise in this universe. It really play with. I know they're talking about like a 1944 spinoff again with like Matthew McConaughey, but he needs to come out and address this issue because I need to know what's going on with the Yellowstone universe because I have no freaking clue. But yeah, if you want to jump down in the comments below and give me your thoughts about all these action movies that will be coming out in 2025.